Hello everyone! Welcome back sa ating discussion and review sa ating mga math lessons, and right now, we will be discussing algebraic expression and equation. Ano ba ang pinagkaiba ng algebraic expression and equation? An algebraic expression is a mathematical phrase that can contain numbers and or variables. It does not contain an equal sign and cannot be solved. On the other hand, an algebraic equation can be solved and thus include a series of algebraic expressions separated by an equal sign. We have here examples of algebraic expressions. We have here 4x, x minus 1, 3x plus 2, 2 plus x, and x squared plus 1. Also, we have here examples of algebraic equation. We have here 4x is equal to 2, x minus 1 is equal to 4, 3x plus 2 is equal to 10, 2 plus x is equal to 5, and x squared plus 1 is equal to 5. The only difference mayroon ang algebraic expression at algebraic equation ay yung equal sign. Always remember, pag sinabing algebraic equation, dapat mayroong equal sign. Here, anong example ito? This is an example of an algebraic equation. That's right, kasi mayroong equal sign. Ang ating algebraic equation ay nahati ng mga terms or consist of terms. Ilang terms mayroon ng ating equation na ito? We have here 3x squared, positive 4x, and negative 2. Again, ang terms ay nasa-separate ng addition at subtraction na mga operation. Hindi kasali si division at multiplication kasi dyan sa 3x squared, ang operation dyan ay multiplication. Again, nasa-separate ang bawat term ng isang algebraic equation or expression sa addition or subtraction ng mga operation. For example, meron tayo ditong 3x squared plus 4. Let us find out ang names ng bawat parts ng isang algebraic expression. Meron tayong dalawang terms, that is 3x squared tapos 4. Itong x or letter x na to ay ang ating variable. Ang numero sa taas ng variable ay ang exponent at ang number katabi ng ating variable ay ang coefficient. Ano naman ang operation in between the coefficient and the variable? That is multiplication. How about yung numero na walang katabing letra? That is the constant. And here, our operation is addition. Para mas makilala natin ang bawat parts ng isang algebraic expression, let's have this series of examples. We have here 3x squared plus 4, yung kanina. Ano nga ulit ang variable dito? Tama, that is x. Ano naman ang constant? Yung number na walang letrang katabi, that is 4. Ano naman ang exponent ng ating variable? That is 2. And ang coefficient ay 3. Ano ang operations involved dito? First, meron tayong multiply that sa gitna ng 3 at saka ng x. At of course, yung plus dyan. That is multiplication and addition. Here, we have 5y cubed minus 1. Ano ang ating variable? That is y. Ano naman ang constant? That is negative 1. Yung exponent natin ay 3. Again, y cube yan. That's why ang exponent ay 3. Ano ang coefficient? That is 5. And the operations involved are multiplication and subtraction. Here we have x raised to 4 minus 16. Ano ang ating variable? That is x. Ano ang constant? Tama, negative 16. Ano ang exponent ng ating variable? We have here 4. Ano ang coefficient ng ating x? We have here 1. Always remember na lahat ng variable, kapag walang katabing number, yung coefficient niyan ay always 1. Same as kung walang exponent later. You will find out. And operations involved is or are multiplication and subtraction. Here, we have x plus 3. Ano yung variable dito? That is x. Ano yung constant? That is positive 3. Ano ang exponent? Wala namang numero sa taas ng x. Kahit walang numero, yung exponent natin sa lahat ng variables ay 1. Okay? Pag walang number na nakalagay, automatic yan 1 ang exponent. The same goes sa coefficient. Kung walang numerong nakalagay sa tabi ng ating variable, meaning 1 ang kanyang coefficient. Okay? And the operations dyan ay addition lang. In order to solve algebraic expression or algebraic equation, kailangan alam natin yung fundamentals. One of which is we must know how to combine like terms. Combining like terms just means adding up or subtracting the terms of the same degree. Take note, the same degree. This means that all x squared terms can be combined with other x squared terms, and that all constants, numbers that are not attached to variables can be added up or combined as well. Yung keyword natin dito ay yung same degree. Every time nag-a-add tayo or nag-combine tayo ng like terms, dapat same degree. Ano ba yung degree? Yung exponent. Kung same sila, x squared, 2 yung exponent, they can be combined. Kung same naman, 1 ang exponent, they can be combined. Kung same naman, 4, 3 ang exponent, they can be combined. Let's have this example. 8x squared plus 5 plus 4x cubed minus 2x squared plus x cubed plus 11. We are going to combine the terms dito sa algebraic expression na ito. First thing to do para hindi tayo mahirapan is to rearrange yung expression or yung terms sa descending order na exponent. Again, yung pinakamataas muna na exponent. That is 4x cubed. And every time nag-rearrange tayo, dapat always natin dala yung sign ng bawat term. Here, the 4x cubed is positive. Meron pa bang isang cube? Meron pa. That is the x cubed. And then, wala nang x cubed, dun tayo sa x squared. We have here plus 8x squared and then the negative 2x squared. Again, kailangan kasama yung sign. Here we have negative 2x squared. And yung 5 na constant at yung 11 na constant. Dito, mas madali na lang para sa atin na i-combine sila kasi magkatatabi na lang yung similar terms. For here, we have here 4x cubed plus x cube, ilan yan? Merong 4 at saka merong 1. That is 5x. Diba? Yung x, always merong katabi na 1 na coefficient. So, we have here 4x cube plus x cube is equal to 5x cube. Next naman ay yung squared. What is 8x squared minus 2x squared? 8 minus 2 is 6. And then copy yung variable na x, pati yung exponent na 2. And then what is 5 plus 11? That is positive 16. Therefore, the simplified expression is 5x cubed plus 6x squared plus 16. Second, we must know how to factor a number. Again, this is a fundamental sa pagsosolve ng algebraic equation. If you're working with an algebraic equation, then you can simplify it by factoring out a common term. Look at the coefficients of all the terms and see if there is a number that you can factor out by dividing them by each term by that number. Example, meron tayo ditong 3x plus 15 is equal to 9x plus 14. Our goal here is to simplify this algebraic expression. Algebraic equation pala. We're going to simplify this equation. So we're going to look for the GCF, okay? GCF of the numbers na nandyan. Meron tayong 3, 9, 15, and 30. Now, ano ang factors ni 3? We have 1 at 3 na factors. Ano ang factors ni 9? We have 1, 3, and 9. Ano ang factors ni 15? We have 1, 3, 5, and 15. And factors ni 30 ay 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 15, and 30. We are looking for the common factor. Acceptable ba yung 1? Hindi, kasi meron pang mas malaki sa 1. We are looking for the greatest common factor or the GCF. That's why, yung kukunin natin ay yung 3. Now, meron na tayong GCF. Na-identify na natin yung number na pwedeng makadivide sa lahat ng terms dito. So, we're going to divide all of them by 3. Okay? And what is 3x divided by 3? That is x na lang. Okay? And what is 15? Positive 15 divided by 3? That is positive 5. Copy yung equal sign. What is 9x divided by 3? That is 3x. And yung 30 divided by 3, positive 10. Now, mayroon na tayong simplified term ng ating algebraic equation. Mas madali na lang isolve kapag simplified na ang ating equation. If you're working with an algebraic expression naman, then you can simplify it by factoring out a common term. For example, we have here 3x plus 15. This 3x plus 15, this can be factored out. Bakit? Meron silang common factors. Yung 3 at saka yung 15 ay may common factors. Ano kanilang common factors? Pareha sila mayroong factor na 3. So, we're going to take out yung 3 dyan and then divide. What is 3x divided by 3? That is x. And what is 15 divided by 3? That is 5. Therefore, ang ating simplified term ng expression na ito ay 3 times the quantity of x plus 5. Kailangan mayroong parenthesis kasi yung 3 dapat i-distribute sa kanilang dalawa. Another example, we have here 4x squared minus 2x. Yung common factor nila ay 2x. Pareha silang mayroong 2x. So what is 4x squared divided by 2x? Ang tira na lang ay 2x. And what is negative 2x divided by 2x? The answer is 1, negative 1. So yung simplified term ay 2x times the quantity of 2x minus 1. Next na kailangan nating ma-master ay yung fundamentals na order of operation. Kailangan natin malaman or ma-master talaga ang pag-solve ng equation na naka-order ang mga operation. So we have to follow the order of operations, also known as the acronym PEMDAS, explains the order in which you should perform different mathematical operation. Ano ba ang PEMDAS? Familiar ba? Ang P represents parentheses. Again, parentheses. Ang E ay exponent, ang M ay multiplication, ang D ay division, ang A ay addition, at S ay subtraction. Order ito, meaning pag mayroon tayong makitang parentheses muna, yun muna yung una nating isosolve. Pag mayroong exponent, to follow, and then the others na. For example, katulad nito, meron tayong the quantity or parentheses 2 plus 9 squared times 5 plus 14. Ano yung unahin dito na isolve? According to PEMDAS, so unahin dapat yung nasa parentheses. So, what is 2 plus 9? That is 11. And then, copy yung exponent. That is 11 squared. Copy yung times 5 at plus 14. Next, tapos na tayo sa parentheses. Kasunod ng P sa PEMDAS ay E, exponent. Therefore, we have to answer yung 11 squared. What is 11 raised to 2? That is 121. Copy yung multiply or times 5 plus 14. Tapos na tayo sa exponent. Next natin gagawin ay anong mauna? Multiply ba or addition? Sa PEMDAS, nauna ang M. Therefore, dapat mauna ang multiplication. So, mayroon tayo ditong 121 times 5. That is 605. And then plus 14. Since ito na lang yung operation na natitira, i-perform na natin. 605 plus 14 is 619. Therefore, yung sagot dito ay 619. Ano ang tendency pag hindi finalo ang PEMDAS? Well, the tendency ay hindi magiging tama ang ating sagot. Ito, importante din to sa pagsosolve ng algebraic equation. We must learn how to isolate a variable. Ano yung variable? Yung letra sa bawat algebraic equation. If you're solving an algebraic equation, then your goal is to get the variable, often known as x, on one side of the equation while placing the constant term on the other side of the equation. You can isolate x by division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, finding the square root, or other operations. Once you've isolated x, you can solve for it. Yung objective natin, every time nagsosolve tayo ng algebraic equation, ay ma-isolate ang x, or yung variable. Mostly, sa left siya ina-isolate, and then lahat ng mayroong numbers ay inililipat sa right. Example, we have here, 5x plus 15 is equal to 65. Yung objective ay ilipat natin or i-isolate natin yung mayroong x or yung variable sa left side lang. And the rest dapat nasa right side ng equation. So we have here 5x plus 15 is equal to 65. Yung dapat natin gawin ay mawala yung 15 dyan sa left side. How can we eliminate the 15 on the left side? That is by subtracting 15. Okay? Siyempre, pag merong 15 dyan, mag-subtract tayo ng 15, magiging 0 yan. So, mawawala yung ating 15. Pero, since we are dealing with equation, dapat nasa ating mind na kung ano yung gagawin sa left side ay dapat gawin din sa right side. Kasi nga, we are dealing with equality. Okay? Tawag dyan ay subtraction property of equality. Think of equality as a seesaw. Okay? Na balance siya. Na once magdagdag tayo sa left side, hindi maging balance kung hindi tayo magdagdag sa right side. So, whatever you do sa left, dapat gagawin mo rin sa right. Dito, we subtract 15. We subtracted 15 sa left side, dapat mag-subtract din tayo ng 15 sa right side. So, 5x is equal, since wala na, 15 minus 15 is 0, so 5x na lang sa left, and 65 minus 15 is 40. We have a shorter way of doing this. Meron tayong tinatawag na transposition. Parang shortcut siya. Pero same lang din yung sense niya. For example, where 5x plus 15 is equal to 65. Yung mangyayari sa transposition ay lilipat ang numero or anything na inililipat from left to right na dapat nag-change ang kanyang sign. In this case, we have 5x plus 15. Ano yung sign niya? Yung sign niya ay positive. So, from positive, we have 5x, copy lang yan, is equal to 65. Lilipat siya sa kabila ng equation. From left to the right, from positive, magiging negative siya. Okay? So, 5x is equal to 65 minus 15. And what is 65 minus 15? That is 40. Diba? Same lang yung sagot. Pero dito, parang mas madali. Basta isipin lang na every time naglilipat tayo from left to right, may it be a number or a variable or number with a variable or a coefficient with a variable, kailangan yung sign, kung from positive siya, lilipat sa kabila, kailangan maging negative. Or kung negative siya, lilipat sa kabila, dapat maging positive. So now, let's divide both sides ng equation ng 5. Para makancel natin yung 5 dyan, ang matira na lang ay x. And what is 40 divided by 5? The answer is 8. Therefore, ang ating x dyan ay 8. Again, very important na ma-isolate natin yung x kasi nga we are trying to solve for the value of our variable. Here, we have solve a basic linear algebraic equation. Again, it is a fundamental na kailangan alam natin kung paano mag-solve ng basic linear algebraic expression. Ano ba ang linear algebraic equation? We have here the definition. A linear algebraic equation contains only constants and variables to the first degree. Ano nga ulit? First degree, meaning yung exponent niya hindi squared. 1 lang yung exponent. To solve it, simply use multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction when necessary to isolate the variable and solve for x. For example, we have here 4x minus 5 is equal to 25 minus 2x. Our goal is to isolate yung mga may x kailangan nasa left at yung mga numbers lang dapat ay nasa right ng equation. So we have here 4x plus 2x. Again, bakit naging plus? From negative 2x, tumawid siya ng equation. Naging positive siya. Okay? Equals 25 and yung ating negative 5, tatawid siya sa ating equation or sa equal sign, ang magiging sign niya ay positive. Again, yung negative 2x, inilipat natin, naging positive 2x. Yung negative 5, inilipat natin, naging positive 5. Now, meron tayo ditong sa left side ng equation, 4x plus 2x, puro na mayroong x, puro na mayroong variable. And sa right side naman ay mga numbers lang. That is 25 plus 5. Let us simplify. What is 4x plus 2x? That is 6x. And 25 plus 5 is 30. Now, mas madali na para sa atin na isolve ang value ng x. Paano yan? We are looking for x lang, hindi 6x, di ba? That's why we are going to divide both sides ng equation ng kung ano ang number sa tabi ng ating x. In this case, we have 6. Para makancel natin yung 6 at ang matira na lang ay x. And what is 30 divided by 6? That is 5. Therefore, 5 yung value ng ating x. Let's have another example. 6x plus 8 is equal to 2x plus 9. 6x, lilipat yung 2x magiging, from positive 2x magiging negative 2x is equal to 9. So yung 9, positive lang siya, so remain lang na positive. Hindi siya mag-change kasi hindi naman siya linipat. Itong positive 8, lilipat siya to the right, from positive 8 magiging negative 8. And let us simplify what is 6x minus 2x. That is 4x. And what is 9 minus 8? That is 1. Divide both sides by 4 kasi nga x lang yung hinahanap natin. Para makancel yan, x na lang dito. And what our answer is 1/4. X is equal to 1/4. Now, let's try to solve an algebraic equation with exponents. Kanina, linear lang. Ngayon, mayroong ng exponents. If the equation has exponents, then all you have to do is find a way to isolate the exponent on one side of the equation and then to solve by removing the exponent by finding the root of both of the exponents and the constant on the other side. So, we have here 2x squared plus 12 is equal to 48. Lilipat natin yung 12 sa kabilang side ng equation. So, from positive 12, copy mo na si 44, from positive 12 magiging negative 12. And 2x squared is equal to, what is 44 minus 12? That is 32. Now, we are looking sa x squared or sa x lang, diba? So, we're going to divide. I-remove muna natin yung coefficient. We're going to divide both sides ng equation ng 2 so that makancel natin yung 2 diyan at ang matira na lang ay yung x squared. What is 32 divided by 2? That is 16. Are we done? Hindi pa. Kasi we are looking for the value of x, hindi x squared. Para ma-remove ang exponent na yan, we're going to take the square root of both sides ng ating equation. Again, wala tayong vina-violate na rules inequality kasi kung anong ginagawa natin sa left ay ginagawa din sa right. In this case, kailangan natin kunin ang square root ng x squared para x na lang ang matira. Of course, para ma-maintain ang equality, same din yung gagawin sa right side. Mag-square root din tayo. And what matira lang dito ay x. Ano ang square root ng 16? To find the square root of a number, simply ask yourself, what value, when multiplied by itself, results in that number? So, paano ako makakaroon ng 16 na kailangan i-multiply ko lang ay same number? We have here 4 times 4, diba? So, 4 times 4 is 16. Pero hindi lang 4 times 4. Kasi meron din tayo negative 4 times negative 4. And what is negative 4 times negative 4? We have also 16. Therefore, the value of our x is 4 and negative 4. Again, 4 and negative 4. Yes po, possible po mayroong dalawang value ang ating x. Let's have another example. We have here 2x squared minus 11 is equal to x squared plus 14. We're going to transpose yung negative 11. So, from negative 11, magiging positive 11 siya. Okay? Again, from negative 11, magiging positive 11 siya. And then, nililipat natin naman yung x squared kasi nga, dapat yung may mga variable ay nasa left ng ating equation. So, 2x squared, from x squared, magiging negative x squared siya. Again, from positive x squared ay naging negative x squared siya. And then, 14 plus 11. Now, let us simplify. What is 2x squared minus x squared? Same sila ng degree, di ba? Same sila x squared. Since same sila ng degree, they can be combined. At ano ang coefficient ng ating x dyan? That is 1. May invisible dyan na 1. Okay? So, 2 minus 1 is 1. Therefore, yung ating difference ng 2x squared minus x squared ay x squared lang. Okay? And what is 14 plus 11? That is 25. Since we are looking for x, we're going to take the square root of both sides of the equation. And what is the square root of x squared, that is x, and square root of 25 is 5 and negative 5. Again, 5 times 5 is 25, the same as negative 5 times negative 5. Therefore, the value of our x are 5 and negative 5. Now, let's try to solve an algebraic expression with fractions. If you want to solve an algebraic expression that uses fractions, then you have to cross-multiply the fractions, combine like terms, and then isolate the variable. Again, naka-bold yan, cross-multiply the fraction. For example, we have here, x plus 3 over 6, x plus 3 all over 6 is equal to 2 over 3. Yan ang cross multiplication. Meaning, yung numerator ng ating isang fraction ay mumultiply sa denominator ng fraction na nasa kabila ng equation. And yung numerator naman sa right side ng equation ay mumultiply sa denominator ng left side ng equation. In this case, we have yung x plus 3, 3 times x plus 3 is equal to 2 times x. Again, 3 times x plus 3 is equal to 2 times x. And we're going to simplify. Ano ang 3 times x? Kailangan i-distribute natin yung pag-multiply dyan. 3 times x is 3x. And what is 3 times 3? That is 9. Ano yung sign? Positive. Kasi plus 3. Pareho naman positive. So we have here 3x plus 9 is equal to, what is 2 times 6? That is 12. Next thing to do is i-transpose yung positive 9 para yung matira lang sa left ay yung mayroong x. So we have here 3x is equal to 12. From positive 9 magiging negative 9. So we have here 3x is equal to, what is 12 minus 9? That is 3. Now, we're going to divide both sides by what number? 3. Kasi nga, we are looking for x lang, di ba? So, para mawala yung coefficient dyan, we're going to divide by 3. Para makancel yan, at ang matira na lang ay x. And what is 3 divided by 3? That is 1. Therefore, 1 yung value ng ating x sa algebraic equation na ito. We have here another algebraic expression with fractions or that involves fractions. Meron tayong 3x minus 5 all over 3 is equal to 3x plus 4 all over 5. The first thing to do para ma-solve natin itong algebraic equation na to is to cross-multiply. And we have 5 times 3x minus 5. Again, 5 times the quantity of 3x minus 5. Yung meaning ng quantity, naka-parentheses sila. Is equal to 3 times the quantity of 3x plus 4. What is 5 times 3x? That is 15x. And then what is 5 times negative 5? Again, positive 5 times negative 5. That is negative 25. And what is 3 times 3x? That is 9x. And what is 3 times 4? Para silang positive. That is positive 12. Okay? Now, ating gagawin ay ma-isolate na but yung mga mayroong x mapunta lang sa left ng equation at yung walang mga x or walang mga variables or yung mga constant dapat nasa right side ng equation. So, we have here, copy natin yung 9x plus 12 and ilipat natin yung negative 25 sa right side ng equation. From negative 25 magiging positive 25 siya, okay? And let's simplify. 15x is equal to 9x. What is 12 plus 25? That is 37. Again, positive 12 plus 25 is 37. Next natin gagawin ay ilipat yung 9x sa left side ng equation kasi nga may variable siya. So we have here 15x from positive 9x, lilipat siya magiging negative 9x. At ang matitira na lang sa right side ay 37. Let's simplify. What is 15x minus 9? That is 6x. at we have here 67. We are looking for the value of x, that's why we have to multiply both sides ng equation ng kung ano ang variable or kung ano ang coefficient ng ating variable. In this case, we have 6. So we're going to divide both sides of the equation with 6 para makancel natin yung 6 na coefficient and ang matitira na lang ay x. And we have here 37 over 6. In algebra, okay lang na fraction yung answer or improper fraction yung answer. Pero kung wala sa choices, yung improper fraction, we're going to convert it sa mixed fraction. So, ilan bang 6 mayroon ng 37? We have 6 kasi 6 times 6 is 36. Bali, mayroong remainder na isa. Yung remainder na yun ay ang magiging numerator. So, we have here x is equal to 6 and 1 over 6. Again, 6 is 1 over 6. Pareho lang sila na yung value nila, yung 37 over 6 at 6 and 1 over 6. So, kung ano yung available sa choices, yun yung pipiliin natin, okay? Anyway, pareho lang din yung value nila. Let's have another example on solving algebraic expression with fraction. We have here 8x plus 2 all over 3 is equal to 2x plus 8. Yung first thing natin gagawin ay i-rewrite yung ating equation so that hindi tayo malito when we apply the cross multiplication na method. We have here 8x plus 2 all over 3 is equal to 2x plus 8 all over 1. Linagyan natin ng denominator na 1 yung right side ng equation. Anyway, pareho lang din yan. 2x plus 1 divided by 1 ay just 2x plus 8. Okay? Walang nagbago. Now, pwede natin i-apply ang cross multiplication na method. We have here 1 times 8x plus 2 is equal to 3 times 2x plus 8. And what is 1 times 8x? That is 8x. What is 1 times 2? That is 2. Is equal to 3 times 2x. We have 6x. And 3 times 8 is 24. Again, 3 times 8, pareho silang positive. Yung sagot natin ay positive 24. Next step to do is to transpose. Kasi nga, we are isolating our variables sa left side ng equation. But, let us do this one by one. So, si 2 na lang muna. We have 8x is equal to 6x plus 24. From positive 2, lilipat siya sa right side ng equation, magiging negative 2. We have here 8x is equal to 6x plus 24 minus 2. Let us simplify. 8x is equal to 6x. What is 24 minus 2? That is positive 22. Again, positive 22. And let's transpose the 6x kasi nga mayroon siyang variable. Dapat lahat ng may variable ay nasa left side ng equation. We have 8x. From positive 6x, tatawid siya, pupunta siya sa left side ng equation, magiging negative 6x is equal to 22. What is 8x minus 6x? That is 2x is equal to 22. Now, we are looking for the value of x, hindi 2x. So, we're going to divide both sides of the equation with 2. Para makancel natin yung 2 at ang matira na lang ay x. And what is 22 divided by 2? The answer is 11. Therefore, the value of our x in this algebraic expression is 11. What if we're solving algebraic expression with radical sign? Ano yung gagawin natin? If you're dealing with algebraic expression with radical sign, all we have to do is find a way to square both sides so you can get rid the radical sign and solve for the variable. For example, we have here the square root of 2x plus 9 minus 5 is equal to 0. Yung may square root dito ay yung 2x plus 9, meaning isang term yan, okay? Isang term yan at isang term yung negative 5. We're going to transpose muna yung negative 5 since hindi naman siya kasali sa square root. So, magiging square root of 2x plus 9, from negative 5, tatawid siya sa kabilang side ng equation, magiging positive 5 siya. Again, from negative 5 ay naging positive 5 siya. And what is 0 plus 5? That is 5. Okay? Now, ito na. We need to remove the radical sign. How can we remove the radical sign? By squaring. Okay? By squaring para matanggal yung radical sign dyan. Pero, nag-square tayo sa left side ng equation. Dapat ay mag-square din tayo sa right side. So, meron din tayo ditong 5 squared. Again, the square root of 2x plus 9 raised to 2 is equal to 5 raised to 2. Kailangan gawin din sa right side yung gagawin sa left. Kasi nga, equality. Okay? Don't forget na kung ano yung ginagawa sa left side, kailangan igawin din natin sa right side. Again, rules of equality. Kailangan ma-maintain natin na equal ang ating equation. Since na-square na natin yung left side, ang matitira na lang dyan ay 2x plus 9. Wala na yung radical sign. Okay? So, 2x plus 9 na lang. And dito naman sa kabila, we have 5 squared. What is 5 raised to 2? That is 25. Now, meron na tayo ditong linear na algebraic equation. Next thing to do is to isolate yung variable natin. Kailangan nasa left variable lang siya. Yung mayroong variable. Dito, yung 9 ay constant. So, we have to transpose it papuntang right side ng equation. We have here 2x is equal to 25. From positive 9, okay, lilipat siya sa right side ng equation, magiging negative 9. And what is 25 minus 9? That is 16. Again, 25 minus 9 is 16. We are looking for x, okay? So we're going to remove yung number katabi ng ating x, katabi ng ating variable. So we have to divide both sides ng equation by 2. Again, para ma-cancel natin yung 2 na katabi ng ating variable. And we have, ang matitira na lang dyan ay x. And what is 16 divided by 2? That is 8. Therefore, yung value ng x natin dito ay 8. Naintindihan? Sige, let's try another algebraic expression with radical sign. Again, let's have another algebraic expression with radical sign. We have here the square root of 2x minus 4 minus 6 is equal to 0. Hindi kasali sa square root yung negative 6, so pwede natin siyang i-transpose. Meron tayo ditong square root of 2x minus 4 is equal to, from negative 6 ay magiging positive 6. Okay? And we have here 0 plus 6 is 6. Now, pwede na tayong pwede natin i-remove ang ating radical sign since sa left side ay puro na terms na mayroong radical sign. We're going to square yung ating term para mawala yung radical sign. Of course, ginawa natin sa left ay gagawin din natin sa right ng equation. And we have here 2x minus the square root of 2x minus 4 raised to 2 is equal to 6 squared. Dito ay magiging 2x minus 4 na lang. Mawawala yung radical sign. And what is 6 squared? That is 36. Okay? Again, 6 squared is 36. Meron na tayong linear equation. Yung gagawin ay transpose natin yung constant. Parang matira na lang sa left ay yung mayroong variable. Here we have 2x is equal to 36. From negative 4, tatawid siya magiging positive 4. Again, from negative 4, magiging positive 4. And what is 36 plus 4? That is 40. Again, we are looking for x, hindi 2x. That's why we're going to divide both sides ng equation with 2. Para makancel natin yung 2, tang matira na lang ay x. And what is 40 divided by 2? That is 20. Therefore, the value of our x in this algebraic expression is 20. Now, let's try to solve algebraic expression that contains absolute value. Ano ba ang absolute value? The absolute value of a number represents its value regardless of whether it is positive or negative. The absolute value is always positive. So, for example, the absolute value of negative 3 is simply 3. To find the absolute value, you have to isolate the absolute value and then solve for x twice. Again, solve for x twice. Solving both x with the absolute value, simply remove, and for x when the terms on the other side of the equal sign have changed their signs from positive to negative and vice versa. To further understand this concept, we have here sample problem. For example, we have 4x, or the absolute value of 4x plus 2 minus 6 is equal to 8. Again, the absolute value of 4x plus 2 minus 6 is equal to 8. How do we solve this? First thing to do, since yung may absolute value lang dito ay yung 4x plus 2, itatranspose natin yung negative 6 sa right side ng equation. We have here from negative 6 ay naging positive 6 siya. And yung absolute value ay 4x plus 2 is equal to 8 plus 6. What is 8 plus 6? That is 14. And we have here the absolute value of 4x plus 2 is equal to 14. Now, kailangan natin i-remove yung absolute value ng symbol na yan and then isolve ng parang linear lang. So, we have to transpose positive 2 sa right side ng equation para matira dito ay 4x lang is equal to 14 minus 2. And 4x is equal to, what is 14 minus 2? That is 12. Divide both sides by what number? That is 4. Para makancel natin yung 4 at ang matira na lang ay x. What is 12 divided by 4? That is 3. Now, dapat daw pag solve tayo ng may absolute value, i-solve natin twice. Okay? So, we have here 4x plus 2 is equal to 14. Yung isa naman ay if we take the absolute value tapos yung answer niya or yung equal sa kabila ng sa equation ay magiging negative. So, meron tayong 4x plus 2 is equal to negative 14. Again, yung positive 14 na sagot ng absolute value ay naging negative 14. So, let's solve. 4x is equal to negative 14. From positive 2, lilipat, naging negative 2. And we have here 4x. Now, what is negative 14 minus 2? That is, pareha silang negative, therefore, negative 16. Again, negative 14 minus 2 is negative 16. And we're going to divide both sides ng equation by 4 para makancel yung number sa tabi ng variable at ang matira na lang ay x. And what is negative 16 divided by 4? That is negative 4. Therefore, ang value ng ating x sa expression o sa equation na to ay 3 and negative 4. Again, the value of our x are 3 and negative 4. Let's have another example. we have here 2x plus 2, or the absolute value of 2x plus 2 minus 4 is equal to 6. Again, the absolute value of 2x plus 2 minus 4 is equal to 6. Yung naka-absolute value lang ay ang 2x plus 2, hindi kasali si negative 4. So, pwede natin siyang i-transpose to the right ng equation or right side ng equation. We have here 2x plus 2 is equal to 6. From negative 4, pupunta siya sa right side ng equation, magiging positive 4. Again, from negative 4, naging positive 4. And let's simplify. 2x plus 2, what is 6 plus 4? That is 10. Okay? Again, 10. Now, itong absolute value na to, we're going to solve this twice. That is, kung si 10 ay positive at kung si 10 naman ay negative. Unahin muna natin if 10 is positive. So, meron tayong 2x plus 2 is equal to 10. And then, transpose natin yung 2 kasi nga we are trying to isolate the variable. So, 2x na lang dyan is equal to 10. Now, from positive 2, lilipat siya, magiging negative 2. And we have here 2x. What is 10 minus 2? That is 8. And then, we're going to divide both sides ng equation by 2 para makancel natin yung 2 sa tabi ng ating variable at ang matira na lang ay yung x. And what is 8 divided by 2? That is 4. So, yung isang value ng ating x ay 4. What if naman negative 10 yung ating nasa equation? So, we have the absolute value of 2x is equal to 10. Ngayon naman ay magiging negative 10 siya. Okay? Again, meron tayong 2x plus 2 is equal to negative 10. Let's transpose 2x. Yung 2, ito-transpose natin from positive 2, magiging negative 2 siya. So, we have here 2x. What is negative 10 minus 2? That is, pareho silang negative. Therefore, negative 12. Again, negative 10 minus 2 is negative 12. And then, we're going to divide both sides ng equation by 2 para makancel natin yung 2 sa tabi ng ating variable. And we have here x na lang. And what is negative 12 divided by 2? That is negative 6. Therefore, the value of our x, or the values, kasi dalawa, the values of our x are 4 and negative 6. Now, let's try to solve problems na similar sa mga nag-appear sa civil service exam. Mga word problem. For example, we have here, the sum of 4 consecutive integers is 710. What is the sum of the smallest and largest numbers? Given dito ay ang first integer, pwede natin siyang i-represent na x. Okay? First integer, x. And para naman makuha ang second integer, okay? Since consecutive siya, we're going to add 1. So, meron tayong para sa second integer, we have x plus 1. Para naman sa third integer, para again, since consecutive sila ay x plus 2. Yung fourth ay x plus 3. Again, yung first nating na integer ay x. Yung kasunod niya, dagdag ng 1. Yung kasunod, dagdag ulit ng 1 para makuha ang consecutive. Pero we are referring to the x, diba? So, x is in first. Yung second ay x plus 1. Yung third ay x plus 2. At yung fourth ay x plus 3. Ano ba ang sabi sa problem? The sum of 4 consecutive. Ano ba yung sum? Meaning, i-add natin sila. So, we're going to, yung sum is 710. We're going to add yung apat na numbers. Yung first number ay x, plus second number, x plus 1, plus third number is x plus 2, plus fourth number is x plus 3. Ano ang sum nila? That is 710. Okay? Yung sum nila ay 710. Now, meron tayo ditong similar terms na pwedeng makombine. Pero para maging madali sa atin, i-rearrange muna natin. Okay? So, we have here x. Ilang bang x nandyan? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So, meron tayong 4 na x. And then, copy natin yung mga numbers. Plus 1, plus 2, and plus 3. Is equal to 710. Now, let's simplify or combine like terms. Ilang bang x nandyan? Meron tayong 4x, diba? So, we have here 4x. And what is 1 plus 2 plus 3? That is 6. So, we have 4x plus 6 is equal to 410. Meron tayong linear. We're going to transpose yung 6 sa right side ng equation. So, we have here 4x is equal to 710. From positive 6 ay naging negative 6 siya. So, meron tayo ditong 4x is equal to, what is 710 minus 6? That is 704. Now, yung hinahanap natin ay yung value ng x, di ba? Hindi 4x. So, we're going to divide both sides ng 4 para makancel natin yung number sa tabi ng variable. And we have here x. And what is 704 divided by 4? That is 176. So, meron tayo ditong x na 176. What does it mean? It means na yung first integer natin ay 176. Again, yung first na integer natin ay 176. Para makuha ang second integer, substitute natin yung value ng ating x. We have x plus 1 ay mayroon tayong 176 plus 1. Therefore, yung second integer ay 176. Siyempre, yung third, x plus 2 is equal to 176 plus 2. That is 178. At yung fourth ay 176 plus 3, that is 179. As you can see, we have consecutive integers. 176, 177, 178, and 179. Now, the question, what is the sum of the smallest and the largest number? Ano ba yung smallest? That is 176. Ano ba yung largest? That is 179. We are looking for the sum of the smallest and the largest. Therefore, we have here 176 plus 179. And we have here 355. Therefore, yung sagot dito ay 355. Now we have here, find the product of two binomials with similar terms. We have here the quantity of m minus 6n times the quantity of m plus 5n. Let's multiply them. But the question is, how do we multiply variables? In multiplying algebraic expressions, we just multiply its coefficient, copy the variable, and add its exponent. For example, we have here 3x squared times 2x. How do we multiply this? Take note, magkaiba ang m plus m at saka m times m. Okay? Magkaiba ang m plus m at saka m times n. So, sa m plus m, meron tayong 2m. Yung ina-add natin dito ay yung coefficient niya. Dito naman sa m times m, kinakopy natin yung variable at ina-add natin ang exponent. Sa multiplication, kailangan i-add natin ang exponent. Here we have m raised to 2. Again, m times m is m raised to 2. Here we have 2x plus 4. How do we add variables that variable or expression that has variables? We have 6x. Ina-add lang ang ating coefficient and then copy yung variable. That is kung same degree sila, meaning same ang exponent ng ating mga variables. What if we have 2x times 4x? Yung gagawin ay i-multiply daw ang coefficient, that is 2 times 4, which is 8, and then copy the variable and add the exponent. We have here 8x squared. Balik tayo dito. If we have 3x squared times 2x, multiply natin yung coefficient. We have 3 times 2, that is 6. And then copy natin yung variable and add yung exponent. So, meron tayo ditong 3x squared at saka 2x. Yung 2x o yung x natin dyan ay mayroong exponent na 1. So, we're going to add the exponents ng ating variables. In this case, we have 6x cubed. For example, here we have x squared times x squared. Again, copy natin yung ating variable and then add yung exponents. Ano ba yung exponents? We have 2 and 2. So, 2 plus 2, that is 4. Therefore, yung x squared times x squared ay x raised to 4. Let's go back sa ating problem. We have here the quantity of m minus 6n times the quantity of m plus 5n. How do we multiply these binomials? Ganito lang. Yung first term ng ating first na quantity ay multiply sa dalawa. And then yung second term naman multiply sa dalawa. So expected, we will be having 4 terms sa ating equal sign. So here, start tayo. M times m. What is m times m? That is m squared. Okay? And after that, tapos na kay m, punta tayo sa 5n. Pero yung m pa rin sa first. That is m times 5n. What is m times 5n? That is 5mn. Okay? 5mn. Next, what is negative 6 times m? That is negative 6mn. And lastly, we have negative 6 times 5n. Same sila ng variable. So, multiply natin yung coefficient, that is negative 6 times 5. We have 30 at meron tayong n. That will become n squared. Kasi nga, same silang n, same na variable. When we multiply them, we're going to add their exponents. We have here m squared plus 5mn minus 6mn minus 30n squared. As you can see, meron tayong similar term dito. Meron tayong 5mn at 6mn. Therefore, we can combine itong terms na to. Kasi nga, they have the same variables and at the same time, yung variable nila ay nasa same degree. So, we have here, copy the m squared. What is 5mn minus 6mn? Ganito na lang. Subtract natin yung 5 at saka 6 and then copy yung variables na mn. What is 5 minus 6? That is negative 1. And then copy yung m at saka n. So variable, sa pagla-write ng ating mga terms, kapag 1 na ang coefficient ay hindi na sinusulat yan, di ba? Always mayroong variable na 1. That's why, yung negative 1mn natin, ang kasulat na lang yan ay negative mn. Okay? And then, let's copy yung negative 30n. Therefore, ang sagot dito ay m squared minus mn minus 30n squared. Let's have this problem. Write the following statement as a mathematical equation. Russ has been a doctor for n years now. In 10 years, she will be 18 years in her profession. So, meron tayo ditong n years. Okay? N years. And sabi daw, 18 years, magiging 18 years siya after 10 years. So, pag sinabing after 10 years, meaning yan, we're just going to add 10. Therefore, the mathematical statement is 9 plus 10 is equal to 18. Or our mathematical equation is 9 plus 10 is equal to 18. If you want to know kung ilang years na doktor si Russ, we're going to transpose yung 10, okay? Let's find the value of n. So we have here, n is equal to 18. From positive 10, magiging negative 10. And what is 18 minus 10? That is 8. Therefore, 8 years na as of now, na Dr. si Ras. Now, let's have this problem. Ibang problem naman. Write the following statement as a mathematical expression. The product of 7 and the number x decreased by 18. Again, the product of 7 and a number x. Paano ba yung isulat? Ano yung product? Yung product ay multiplication. 7 daw at yung number x, that is 7x. Okay? Again, the product of 7 and the number x. Whatever yung value ng x, always yan imumultiply sa 7. And decreased by 18. Pag sinabing decreased, anong ginagawa natin? Minus. So we have here 7x minus 18. Therefore, our mathematical expression is 7x minus 18. Now, let's try to evaluate the expression negative or the negative of the quantity of a plus b plus the quantity of a, b plus c if a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 6 and c is equal to negative 5. Given natin dito ay a is equal to 2, b is equal to 6, at c is equal to negative 5. Importante na ilalagay muna natin sa given yung given ng problem para hindi tayo malito at masagutan natin to ng mas maayos. So the solution, copy natin yung ating expression. The negative of a plus b plus the quantity of a, b plus c. Again, we're going to use the rules in PEMDAS. So, copy natin yung negative kasi nasa labas siya. And yung A ay 2, di ba? A is equal to 2. Plus, ilan si B? B is 6. So, we have 2 plus 6. Plus, ilan si A? Again, 2. And si B ay 6. Plus, yung C natin, that is negative 5. Again, plus negative 5. Dilagyan ko ng mga bracket or braces para ma-separate natin, hindi tayo malito. Now, let's solve this expression following the PEMDAS rule. Ano yung nauuna? Yung mga nasa parentheses muna. So, we're going to copy the negative. And what is 2 plus 6? That is 8. Copy natin yan. And what is 2 times 6? That is 12 plus negative 5. And then, we have here negative 8 plus. Yung gagawin natin ay, since dalawa yung operation, positive at merong negative, we're going to multiply the positive, the plus sign sa negative 5. That will become 12 minus 5. Hindi na siya plus, okay? Magiging minus 5 na siya. And we have here negative 8 plus, ano yung 12 minus 5? 12 minus 5 is 7. So, what is negative 8 plus 7? That is negative 1. Therefore, negative 1 ang sagot sa expression na ito. Dito naman, what is the value of z in the equation 5 times 2x plus y plus 3z is equal to 60? Dito, equation na. Our x is equal to 3 and y is equal to negative 6. Hahanapin natin dito ang value ni z. Our given, our x is equal to 3 and y is equal to negative 6. Solution. Copy natin yung ating equation. We have here 5 times 2x plus y plus 3z is equal to 60. Copy natin yung 5. Copy yung 2. Kasi mga constant, ilan si x? X is 3. Okay? So, palitan natin ang x ng 3. Plus, ilan si y? Negative 6. And then plus, copy si 3z is equal to 60. Let's solve yung mga nasa parentheses. We have here 5 times, what is 2 times 3? That is 6. Okay? Again, 2 times 3 is 6. Tapos, yung plus negative 6 ay naging negative 6 na lang. Plus 3z is equal to 60. And what is 5 times 6? What is 6 minus 6? That is 0. plus 3z is equal to 60. And what is 5 times 0? That is 0. That's why yung tira na lang dito ay 3z is equal to 60. We are looking for the value of z, di ba? So, we're going to divide both sides para makancel natin yung number sa tabi ni z. So, si 3z divided by 3, pati rin si 60 divided by 3. Makancel natin si 3 and matira na lang ay z. And what is 60 divided by 3? That is 20. Therefore, the value of our z in this equation is 20. Solving algebraic expression is overwhelming talaga. Mahirap siyang intindihin at times. Pero if we kept on practicing, again, constant correct practice dapat. And rest assured, it will become easy for us to solve problems na in the future. And of course, continue lang tayo sa pag-review so that during exam ay maging confident tayo on how to solve yung mga problem o paano atakihin ang bawat items nito natin sa exam. Okay? So I hope you learned something from this session. And thank you so much for listening. Have a great day ahead and God bless us all.